Before that, though, the ongoing environmental issue of how to keep the Thames clean. We recently exposed the high numbers of plastics in the water. However, as Frankie McCamley found out on a clean-up of the river today, this time it's the problem of wet wipes.
From a distance, it's beautiful, the Thames running through the centre of the city. But up close, this is being destroyed by our waste, and a lot of it by Battersea Bridge is wet wipes.
At certain locations, particularly in West London, on the inside bend of the river, they settle out and form these large mounds, which are literally changing the shape of the floor.
And just talk to me about how these wet wipes get into the river.
If you flush a wet wipe down the toilet, it'll go into the sewers, and in normal weather, it'll probably go straight to the sewage treatment plant and be filtered out. However, if it rains, the sewers overflow because they can't cope with all the excess water, and that wet wipe will end up going straight into the Thames.
In just 4 hours, almost 80 volunteers from Thames 21 collected nearly 30,000 wet wipes along this small stretch. Janice is a volunteer for the group. How does it feel going around the river and seeing all of this fill?
It's quite soul destroying. You want to give something back, but at the same time, for every, one cup or one wet wipe that you're picking up, you just imagine another 5 or 10 are ending up in the Thames at the same time. So it's very disheartening.
The team have found wet wipes pretty much anywhere you look here. You just look for a tiny little mound, that's usually wet wipes, or just pinch the surface anywhere. And there you've got it, more wet wipes. Underground too, wet wipes are part of so-called fatbergs. This one blocked a sewage pipe in Whitechapel, weighing 130 tonnes. In order to stop this, some are trying to introduce new standards.
The Find to Flush scheme ensures that moist toilet tissue that is used and flushed will manage to get through our sewer network and then will not impact on the workings of our treatment works. We also make sure that none of the wipes contain plastics, so these won't be able to pass through the treatment system and then manage to get into our environment.
It's a small step, as the group here believe the problem is getting worse, while others are calling for wet wipes to be banned altogether. Frankie McCamley, BBC London.